It's baking time and we are ready to show you 2 tons chocolate muffins which are going to turn out awesome, fluffy,
and delicious.
and it's going to be a very simple and easy recipe with basic ingredients.
Readily available ingredients anytime, anywhere.
Yeah. Let's get baking. We're going to be using very basic ingredients which are readily available in home, and I have some sugar, eggs, baking powder, baking soda. I have some vanilla essence which is going to add in lots of flavor, margarine which you can substitute with softened butter. I have some cocoa powder, not drinking chocolate, and also all-purpose flour, buttermilk, and salt.
So we are going to start mixing our ingredients. First, we're going to start with the margarine. Sorry.
So let's begin baking.
We're going to start with our margarine first.
And that is a cup of margarine that we're going to be using for this recipe.
Then we're going to whisk for 30 seconds. After whipping up our margarine, you can see it has turned color. It's pale in color and a bit fluffy. Next, we're going to add our sugar.
So this is 1 cup, and we're going to be whipping for around 30 seconds until the sugar is fully combined.
Okay, this is how your margarine should be looking like. You can take your spatula and scrape off the ones that at least were outside a bit, just to make sure everything is well combined.
Then the egg as we whip around. And at this point, you're going to be preheating your oven at 150 Celsius. Then you need a muffin tin for making a delicious two-sided. So using a baking spray, I'm going to spray my tin, adding in a generous amount of the baking spray because the baking spray is going to help the muffins not to stick in the tin. So if you don't have a baking spray, you can spread some margarine, and yeah, it will help us. So we are going to continue whipping up our butter for 2 more minutes until it likes to flat.
Next, we're going to add our vanilla.
Yes. And what's the purpose of the vanilla?
To give it a nice aroma and a nice flavor.
Yes.
Next, we're going to add half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to mix our mixture just to give it that make sure everything is well mixed. We are going to whip up for around 30 seconds just to make sure the ingredients we have put is well mixed with our butter.
And once we are done mixing the baking powder, baking soda, you don't need any equipment. All you need is the butter. So this is how our butter is looking, and you can see it's very light.
Very nice.
Very.
You can even feel the vanilla smell.
Yeah, very nice. So the next step is going to be adding in all-purpose flour together with the buttermilk. You might ask yourself, what's the reason you're adding in baking powder and baking soda? So both are raising agents, but the baking soda is going to react to the buttermilk. Hence, you're going to have a very nice soft and fluffy texture to the muffin. All right?
Okay, should we start?
Yeah, we continue.
All right. We have our buttermilk here and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So we are going to be mixing concurrently just to make sure everything is well balanced.
Yeah.
We don't have
a lumpy butter.
Yes. So we are going to start with the flour first, just a little bit first. Then a bit of milk.
And this is homemade buttermilk. I simply added in a tablespoon of white vinegar to a cup of milk. Hence, I have some homemade buttermilk. Yeah. And at this point, you don't need to over mix the butter. You just need to fold. So carefully just folding the flour into the butter. And I'm going to add in a little bit more flour.
As I add in some milk.
Yes. Add in the rest of the flour and the buttermilk and mix until everything is fully combined.
As you can see, this is the final product of our mixture.
And as you can see, the butter is not too thin. It's just thick, but not too thick.
It's the right texture. Next, we are going to divide just a little bit in a bowl.
About half of it.
I think that's enough.
Then we're going to be adding in our cocoa powder. After adding in your butter, you're going to pick your cocoa powder, transfer to the bowl. Then using a spatula or a spoon, you're going to fold in the cocoa powder. Carefully, I'm going to fold in the cocoa powder until it's fully combined. If you notice that your cocoa powder is a little bit lumpy, you can squeeze it in. Add in a tablespoon of milk, because after you add in your cocoa powder, it's going to be added this and mix until it's combined. Just the bottom of my bowl, a little bit messy, but it's going to be a little bit. And once it's combined, this is how it's going to be looking. Because we're making 2 tons muffins, we are going to be using piping bags, which are going to help us transfer in the butter. So yeah, you're going to transfer in the vanilla flavor, and then I'm going to transfer in the chocolate flavor.
Okay.
And we are not going to be adding in all the way up. As you can see, the piping bag. We're going to fold the bag on your hand, just like this. Or I can help you with a cup. Or you can use a cup, transfer in the piping bag, just like this. And it's going to be very easy for you to transfer in the butter. Easy, right? So I'm going to transfer mine, or I can just pick a cup so that we can twist and transfer in my chocolate butter. Try as much as possible not to be very messy. Like that. The side of the piping bag a little bit so that I can add in a little bit more. And when ready, I'm going to check so that the butter can go all the way down. Just like that. all the top, twist. Super easy.
And fun.
Yeah. Then you're going to nip the end of the piping bag using scissors. Make sure it's facing upwards so that it doesn't spill. We have a little bit of pepper. Then we are going to add the butter at the same time. So we're going to start with 1 muffin cup. Add in the butter, just like that. Move to the next. And then you're going to repeat until you're done. After adding in your butter, this is how it should be looking. You can use a skewer to level up the butter. That is 2 different skewers, quick. And once done, you're going to be baking your muffins at 180 degrees Celsius for around 15 minutes. To check if your muffins are ready, you're going to insert a skewer. Once the skewer comes out with no wet butter, your muffins are ready, and they are ready for baking. Yeah,
they're ready. Yes.
It's been 20 minutes and our 2-tone chocolate muffins are ready, and the kitchen is smelling so good.
The smell itself is just inviting. So we are ready to take out our muffins.
Huh? Going to use a kitchen towel to help me carefully transfer the baking.
Oh, just look at
the muffin tin onto a cooling rack. Wow.
It looks lovely.
So good. I love how it just turns out. As in the butter, the chocolate butter and vanilla butter has not mixed up. So we have 2 tones. We have a slight different dome, which I don't mind because the muffins are well baked. So you're going to be cooling for around
5-10 minutes.
Yeah. And then
we should be ready to start digging in.
Yeah.
Yes. After the muffins have cooled down, we are going to transfer them.
I'm salivating because they look so good. Wow.
Just look at that.
So good.
Since the kids are on holiday, this is a very good snack for them. So once you bake, you can just leave it for them somewhere. You tell them your snack is ready. It's as a go-to snack. Yeah. Just look at that. Looks
wonderful.
Lovely.
And they'll be gone in a matter of minutes.
This one will not even take 30 minutes in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're looking so good. I love that we have that 2 tones that we were looking for. They're very fluffy. So you're going to wait for around 10 more minutes so that the muffin will complete.
Once our muffins have cooled down, we are going to take one and just cut it into 2. The crunchiness. You can look at that.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win situation. Yes. It looks lovely.
I'm a huge fan of chocolate flavor, and wow, the muffins are very moist, very fluffy, just squeeze.
And crunchy.
Yeah, a little bit crunchy on the outside.
Very lovely.
You can cut the vanilla flavor, the chocolate flavor.
They're all well mixed. Wow. And this you can enjoy with a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, juice, whichever you choose.
So hope you'll be giving this recipe
a good try.
And it will turn out soft, fluffy, and
delicious.
As always. Catch you on our next episode.
Bye-bye.